Some may say to avoid spread of the conflict into an all-out war with China. Others to avoid Soviet intervention. Neither explanation seems valid, for China is already engaged with the maximum power it can commit, and the Soviet will not necessarily match its actions with our moves like a cobra. Any new enemy will more likely strike whenever it feels that the relativity in military or other potential is in its favor on a worldwide basis. The tragedy of Korea is further heightened by the fact that its military action is confined to its territorial limits that condemns that nation, which it is our purpose to save, to suffer the devastating impact of full naval and air bombardment, while the enemy's centuries are fully protected from such attack and devastation. Of the nations of the world, Korea alone, up to now, is the sole one which has risked its all against communism. The magnificence of the courage and fortitude of the Korean people defies description. They have chosen to risk death rather than slavery. The last words to me were, "Don't scuttle the Pacific." I have just left your fighting sons in Korea. They have met all tests there, and I can report to you without reservation they're splendid in every way. It was my constant effort to preserve them and end this savage conflict honorably and with the least loss of time and with the minimum sacrifice of life. Its growing bloodshed has cost me the deepest anguish and anxiety. Those gallant men will remain often in my thoughts and in my prayers always. I'm closing my 52 years of military service. When I joined the army, even before the turn of the century, it was the fulfillment of all my boyish hopes and dreams. The world has turned over many times since I took the oath on the plain at West Point, and the hopes and dreams have long since vanished, but I still remember one of the most popular barrack ballads of that day, which proclaimed most proudly that old soldiers never die, they just fade away. And like the old soldier of that ballad, I now close my military career and just fade away. An old soldier who tried to do his duty as God gave him the right to see that duty. Goodbye.